One and all gathered here, distinguished national speakers, valued guests, delegates, representatives of the media and civil society, students from our department and other universities, students from alternative medicine, and spiritual aspirants and the university faculty members, staff. Over the ages, India has given a special place to the study and enrichment of the science and philosophy of yoga. It has been systematized by the great Indian sage Patanjali. The classical text mentions that there is no fetter like Maya, there is no great power than yoga, there is no great friend than knowledge, and no enemy worse than egoism. The body should be conditioned by tempering it with the fire of yoga. The modern world today accepts the importance of yoga as it faces lots of challenges. The burden of healthcare system is being reduced by the application of the principles and practices of yoga in a preventive, curative, and promotive aspects. Adopting yoga in daily life helps a lot to promote the positive health. Understanding the importance of yoga, today the 2 days national seminar on yoga is being organized by the Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Science, Mangalore University, and it's jointly organized by Dharmanidhi Yoga Pita, Inter-University Centers for Yogic Science, Bangalore, supported by the University Grant Commission. It is our privilege to have all of you have been responded to our invitation to be here for the inauguration of this national seminar, both on online and offline mode. For this inaugural ceremony, we'll have with us Dr. Karunakar Kotegar, Professor and Head, Department of Data Science and Computer Applications, Manipal Academy of Higher Education. Sir, we welcome you to the dais. We also have Dr. P.L. Dharma, Register Evaluation, Mangalore University. I request the sir to preside over the chair. We also have Dr. K. Krishna Sharma, our beloved Professor and Chairman, Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Science. Now I request Ms. Sunada and team to begin the invocation. We'll start with the invocation.
ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। बाहुपुरुषाकारं शङ्खचक्रासिधारिणम् सहस्रशिरसं श्वेतं प्रणमामि पतञ्जलिम्। यस्त्यक्त्वा रूपमाद्यं प्रभवति जगतोऽनेकधानुग्रहाय प्रक्षीणक्लेशराशिर्विषम विषधरोऽनेकवक्त्रः सुभोगी सर्वज्ञानप्रसूतिर्भुजगपरिकर प्रीतये यस्य नित्यम् देवो हीशः स वो व्यात् सितविमलतनुर्योगदो योगयुक्तः। सितविमलतनुर्योगदो योगयुक्तः।
Thank you, Ms. Sinada and team for rendering the invocation. Now I request Mr. Uday Kumar to welcome the August gathering and the guests.
Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, dignitaries and participants in the online mode. So with pleasure, I welcome all who gathered here for the inaugural function of the National Seminar on Yoga, organized in connection with the celebrations of 8th International Day of Yoga 2022. So we have with us most active person in the campus, our respected Registrar Evaluation, Professor P.L. Dharma, who will be presiding over the function in absence of Honorable Vice Chancellor. As I introduce respected Registrar, I request Organizing Secretary and Chairman of the Department, Professor K. Krishna Sharma, to welcome and honor respected Registrar, Professor P.L. Dharma, sir. Professor Dharma, having more than 3 decades of academic and research experience in political science, Professor guided 3 research students. He organized more than 20 international and national conferences and seminars, and he has got nearly 100 invited lectures and presentations in his credit. Professor Dharma awarded with Most Innovative Education Leadership Award and many other prestigious awards. Professor B.L. Dharma giving his best as a registrar evaluation during this pandemic time of COVID-19 and in this stage of implementation of the NEP 2020. Thank you very much, sir, for gracing the inaugural function in spite of your hectic schedule. So on behalf of the Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Sciences, Dharmanidhi Yoga Peetha, and Inter-University Center for Yogic Sciences, Bangalore, I heartily welcome Professor P.L. Dharma, sir. Thank you, sir. We have with us one of the eminent personality in the field of science and technology, Professor Karunakar A. Kotegar, chief guest for this today's inaugural function, who is heading the Department of Data Science and Computer Applications, Manipal Institute of Technology. As I introduce the respected chief guest, I request the respected registrar, Professor B.L. Dharma, sir, to welcome and honor our respected chief guest, Professor Karunakar A. Kotegar. Professor Kotegar dedicated himself for teaching and research since 25 years. He is our proud syndicate member of Mangalore University, nominated by Governor of Karnataka. He is a member of Karnataka Library Council, nominated by Mangalore University Syndicate. He is the Secretary of International Association of Exchange of Students for Technical Experience. He is the President of IAESTE India and Faculty Advisor for IAESTE. He is the Deputy Director of International Collaborations of MAHE Manipal. It is proud to say that Professor Kotegar conducted more than 30 NEP workshops and NEP Kannada video series for Mangalore University, inaugurated by Dr. Ashwath Narayana, Higher Education Minister. He has completed his PhD and postdoctoral fellowship at AIT Ireland. He has got more than 50 publications in international indexed journals. Recently, one of his research work got US patent. He has more than 50 lakhs research grants from the Government of India. He is the Fulbright USA and DAAD Germany scholar. He got Best Teacher and many other prestigious awards. He has research collaborations with the Saarland University and other prestigious international universities. So with respect, on behalf of the Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Sciences, Dharmanidhi Yoga Peetha, Mangalore University, and Inter-University Center for Yogic Sciences, I heartily welcome Professor Karunakar A. Kotegar, sir. Thank you, sir. I welcome our respected Professor and Chairman, Organizing Secretary, Dr. K. Krishna Sharma, sir. Under his guidance, this national seminar is organized. Welcome you, sir. I welcome our former Finance Officer, Professor Sripati Kaluraya, sir, Professor Krishna Kumar, sir, Professor Krishna Bhatt, and all the dignitaries and participants in hybrid mode, syndicate and academic committee members, deans of the faculties, chairmen of the departments, teaching and non-teaching faculty members, media persons, and all the delegates and students on this occasion. I heartily welcome Mrs. Karunakara A. Kotegar to this inaugural function. Thank you, madam, for your presence. I extend my welcome to one and all who gathered here. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Uday Kumar, for introducing the guest as well as welcoming the August gathering. The presence of our beloved professor is always a moral boost for us. Now I request Dr. K. Krishna Sharma to address the gathering about the National Seminar on Yoga. All auspicious occasions begin with the lighting of the lamp. Light symbolizes the knowledge, the Lord of knowledge, or Chaitanya, the source, the enlivener and the illuminator of all knowledge is revered as the greatest form of wealth. May I now request all the dignitaries on the dais to inaugurate the program by lighting the lamp. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyurma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti Shanti. I thank all the dignitaries. The presence of our beloved professor is always moral boost for us. Now I request Dr. K. Krishna Sharma, the professor and chairman, Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Science, to address the gathering about the National Seminar on Yoga.
Namaskara. On behalf of our department and university, once again, I welcome one and all. See, this 2 days national seminar organized mainly on the theme of yoga and health. Why in this occasion, in this short period, we organized in this topic? First question may come, or already we received this question from many delegates and others. See, one thing, we got this opportunity by Inter-University Yoga Center is Bangalore and UGC. Therefore, shortly we organized and they funded also 1 lakh. The same way, immediately our university vice chancellor, registrar and our whole team responded and given the support Therefore, 2 days seminar organized. That also yoga and health. Why means in our department mainly we are teaching yoga as yoga therapy in that concept. Not only that much, the question and confusions are there in the public, and in the same way our student and other students, why this yoga we should take towards the health. See, this was the aim when our department started, and today also, and tomorrow also. Means it may be any subject, it should reach to the public till the end point. So to reach such a last point, the best source and aim and that subject, object, everything, health area. Therefore, we selected that health area. Another thing, according to the Indian system, if you are going to study or practice or read or preach anything, or in our lifestyle itself, first level we teach, we give such a kind of training and innovation about the health, knowingly or unknowingly. From the childhood itself, in the Indian concept, it is common. From the born child itself, don't give, it creates a kapha. Don't give, it creates some other digestion problem. Don't eat this one. You eat this item only in this rainy season, summer season, winter season. See, these are all the things by habit we have. Now, if it has done systematically, that kind of indigenous concept, then automatically we can grow very systematically that we have shown by giving this subject since 25, 30 years in the public, and we got such a kind of good result also. That is our aim. And in the same way we are teaching and we are preaching, in the same way we are practicing also. So in another direction, now latest trend, yoga practice along with the duty, means in the job place itself, yoga practice and gain health. This is one kind of motto from the India government also. So with all this direction, what we got this idea means yoga and health is better. In all other places, they are thinking only in the direction of philosophy. All philosophy, it starts from the health concept only. You take any Upanishad or any kind of our traditional text or traditional system or anything. See, when we are going to the school, primary level, when we are entering, first, second day, teachers or headmaster come and see, observe our hands. See, nail, ಈ ಉಗುರೆಲ್ಲ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಪ್ಪ, ಕೈ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. See, there, such a kind of that tradition was there. Nowadays, we give, but it is a fashion, growing the nails. In the same way, in the classroom, we can't sit and do like this. ತಲೆಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದಂತದ್ದು, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ ಕೈಯೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಯ್ತು, ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. Go and wash, come. See, sitting in the classroom, we should not drink water, should not eat chocolate. Nowadays, I need not tell. Teachers also chewing, otherwise mouth getting dry. So we cannot speak like that. This is this situation. See, understand the concept, how it was developed and how we are. Now, once again, to go back, see, the lifestyle and system is very systematically explained in many such a kind of text, and that synchronized and systematized in the subject yoga very well. Therefore, we are giving this concept, and on that view, we developed such a kind of concept and presentation, everything today in that direction only. Today and tomorrow, we are discussing about that matter. Another thing, see, in a short period, we got more than 25 paper presentation, more than 100 registration. This all over India. Yesterday, one person called from the Korea also. See, I got, Sharma, I got mail. What can I do? Can I give a speech? No, this is not international, national. You connect. And connect her. She want to say hello in this occasion. See, what can I do? Her interest was their digital, Hong Kong Digital University, Korea. See, we want to make such a kind of program with the collaboration. So why you have not informed earlier? See, this was the question. Why means internationally we can get the connection. Such a kind of response, short period we are getting. So we are very happy to organize this kind of program. Mainly we aimed on our students, PhD, MSc, PG diploma level students and other neighbor area means Manipal, Central University, Kerala, Tirupati, like this. So this way we got very good response and in the short period all are given the very good support. For that support, once again, I express my gratitudes and in the same way for this opportunity, university and all other administrators and syndicate member, everybody, I express my gratitude and welcome. Thank you for the given time. Thank you.
So may I say that your address has been illuminating your valuable insight into the field of yoga, particularly the science of yoga therapy, have enriched the esteemed audience. The importance of the seminar as well as the importance of the health and yoga is highly appreciated, and I thank for your insights. Now, we are highly honored that our university syndicate member and professor of MAHE, that is Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Dr. Karunakar A. Kotegar is with us today. We are eagerly looking forward to his address. I warmly and respectfully call upon our chief guest to deliver the inaugural address.
Gurubhyo Namah. Respected Registrar Evaluation and my mentor, my friend, Professor Dr. P.L. Dharma, and HOD of the department, Professor and Chairman, Dr. K. Krishna Sharma sir, all respected senior colleagues, junior friends, and my loving student friends, good morning to each one of you. I have limited knowledge in yoga, except practicing every day some 15 to 20 minutes in the morning. I know nothing about yoga because I never studied it. But when I look at the name of the department here, I liked it very much. Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Science. A beautiful name, because what we are losing is a consciousness. And here in Mangalore University, we have a specific department which systematically teaches what is human consciousness. A beautiful name. I liked it very much. Before I really deliver my inaugural address, I request all of you to give your 5 minutes to this video. Based on this, I will continue my discussion. This video is history of India in 5 minutes in terms of maps. Please observe the map carefully. It is 5 minutes. It shows you how India evolved.
తర్వాత కూర్చోరు మరి పెద్దగా అడుగుతాడు.
Thank you. At least you get a glimpse of Indian history just in 5 minutes. The reason for displaying this video here, yoga and this history, if you connect, then you will understand the importance of history. Nowadays, talking about history is also a controversial issue. I am not here for that purpose. My purpose is yoga, and look at the history of India. One question what raised in my mind when I watched this video first time, around 3 years back. That question was, we all know that map is changing. We are just part of future history. That's all. And we are here for 60, 70, 80 or 100 years. But we will be part of history. Somebody may see same history after 100 or 200 or 500 years later. What are all the changes we may see? Or as Indians, we want to say that, no, we don't want to change. We want to keep it as it is. That is the purpose. The purpose is how to keep India, as Bharat. If we are not alert enough that we may see these changes very soon. The whole history, whatever you have seen, the timeline was given and which all kings and kingdoms was there and who ruled our country and what is the status as of now. Most of us, especially young generation, they think that we need not worry. Let us enjoy the fruit and eat it and throw it without respecting India. We need to be conscious enough to understand that this map may change. If it changes, in what direction it should change? That also we need to be conscious. Most of the time, what's happening is a young generation, that love for the country is becoming very casual aspect day to day. Whether yoga can bring together the peace, harmony, and also Bharat as Bharat for thousands of years to come. We need to understand that, we need to respect that, and we need to nurture our future generation to understand the sensitivity of this. India was invaded by many, many people. Why invading happens? If there is nothing in this country, nobody wants to rule the country. If anybody was invading this country, the only reason is this is the richest country. But you ask nowadays for any kids, which is the richest nation, they never name India as the richest. Why? Because systematically, the knowledge what is developed by our people was systematically erased. Systematically erased. If you go back around 1,000 years of history, if you look how the country is evaded and also how systematically they tried their best to remove everything from India. But now the question is whether they were successful. We say no, they are not successful. Wherever this invading happened in different places in the world, within 15 years, 20 years, 50 years, they converted the whole land into one particular type. But if you look at India, we are not one type. Sarva Janangada Shantiya Tota. That name is still there. But nowadays, if you see, past 10, 15, 20 years, what's happening, that is really threatening for us. As and when information technology started evolving, as and when social media is available in our hand, how consciously, how meaningfully we are using it, and how exactly we are getting trapped day by day, that nobody is understanding. Seeing is believing. So everything you can see in social media and you start believing. I would like to draw your attention to connect this yoga and whatever I am going to speak today. How exactly it is connected is yoga can bring every people together without any caste, creed, religion or anything. It's possible. Only yoga has that power. That's why, the Narendra Modi government has presented that the June 21st should be Yoga Day. And the whole world, more than 150 countries have agreed to do that. What else you need now? Whether we are true leaders for the world or not. We want to make again Bharat Vishwa Guru. That is the goal of national education policy. What is the major change we need to do? You see anything around, we blame only politicians. For everything happening around us, we blame only politicians. But I strongly believe, unless and until we change the education system in this country, you cannot imagine any change in this country. And hence, I strongly believe that, our ancient universities, to name few, we say that Nalanda, Takshashila, Vikramashila, we name few. Once upon a time, India was a Vishwaguru. Whether we can make again India a Vishwaguru. In yoga, yes, we proved it. Because these are systematic way you can preserve your knowledge and also transfer it to the whole world. India is never thinking about India alone. India is always thinking about the peace in the world. That is the reason we always say that Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So when we bring that concept into real meaning, then only it is possible. Now we foresee that there is a third war in front of us. How to bring peace? Okay, it is happening between Ukraine and Russia. And forget it, we are fine here. Let us watch movie, enjoy, have fun and forget everything. That is the trend in young generation. Can we tell them, boys and girls, please listen. You enjoy, it's your age, you enjoy. But at the same time, be respectful to all the resources whichever is available around us. Whenever we are talking about resources, it is everything which is available. So what we are looking for is a plural society. A plural society which is very important rather than only secular society. So secular is a simple thing which is under a big umbrella of plural. When we talk about secular, most of the people say that, wow, this is good. But please think about plural rather than restricting ourselves only to secular. Secular is an umbrella which is a smaller umbrella which says that whatever may be your religion, in Kannada we call it as mata. Whatever may be your religion, whatever may be your belief system, let us love one another. But plural means that everything and everybody we need to respect and thankful to God. Every day we need to say thank you to God. But now you know that 150 countries are celebrating Yoga Day and they are all practicing yoga. Most of the techniques have been patented by many people. What was originally Indian knowledge, it was patented by many other people. Let them patent whatever they want. Nobody can stop all of us from practicing and preaching yoga to the whole world. It can bring peace and prosperity to this country. Why it started? During British rule, you all know that they wanted clerks. Their aim was what? To rule this country forever. That was the goal and the aim. But you know how it got changed in the map. But what kind of education system they wanted for this country is just to create clerk. But after getting independence, now we know Azadi ka Swarna Mahotsav. We are Amrit Mahotsav. We are celebrating it. But after 75 years also, when you look back, what we are doing? Whatever we are studying only for the purpose of examination. You ask any student, as and when they are out of examination hall, can you tell me what was there in the question paper? They will forget the question paper also. This kind of teaching when we are doing, how can they can imbibe whatever they learn in day-to-day life? So the practice should be only experiential learning is the way. What you can't do by experiential learning, it should not be there in your textbook. And the rote learning has to completely go. So when we talk about rote learning, you all know we are all part of this system, right? We and our parents are also part of the same system. Now when there is a new policy in front of us, which speaks, which is very vocal about all these menace of education system, we say that it is impossible to implement. When it comes to question of implementation, we know what all mistakes we are doing it on day-to-day basis in the name of new education policy, unless and until we understand the true spirit of the policy as teachers or as future teachers, we will not be able to implement it to the fullest extent possible. For the policy's sake, if you see, one of the best policy which can change the future of this country. And yoga got very, a major part in new education policy. So new education policy says that whether it is academic, curricular, co-curricular or extracurricular, everything should be assessed and evaluated. No examination. We are calling it as examination. And we always say that, okay, let us do examination. What kind of examination? For yoga for 3 hours, again you write 3 hours of examination. So the policy says that each and every subject should be assessed in a different way. Every subject need not be evaluated only by writing it. And 3 hours of question paper cannot make somebody as great or somebody as a complete failure. I'm sorry because our registrar evaluation is here. We are conducting examination, we are doing invigilation, and we are sending squad. So we don't trust our students, correct? No, that is why we do invigilation. And university is not trusting faculty, they are sending squad. So if you look at these kind of trust deficit which is available in our education system, we can see that the map what you have seen, chances of changing is very high. If we all want that the India should remain India and become a Vishwaguru and preach our ancient knowledge to the whole world to bring peace and harmony into this country, only way is change in the education system. That major changes are there. Today it is not about national education policy, but yoga got prominence in national education policy. And wherever I traveled more than 28 countries, wherever we go, we have high respect for Indians. I'm watching for it because sometimes we feel, whenever we see the different colored people in our country, we give more respect to them. But please travel abroad and see Indian, then you have a different place in somebody's heart. Why? Because of our ancient knowledge and the culture and our principle of accepting everybody as one. Let us make this happen and let us continue this tradition and let us change something main in education field. There is a big debate which is going on, Indian knowledge system. Probably you all know that Indian knowledge system will be one of the subject. Every student has to learn it on the basis of credit. And on 16th of May, that book is also released, Indian knowledge system, written by IIM Ahmedabad professor. Wonderful book. Please read it. It is for the teachers and the students as a 3-credit subject. Because otherwise, keeping Indian knowledge system in one textbook is impossible. Every word can be one book, but they have brought it to one particular thing just to create that we are culturally and knowledge-wise, we are richest in the world. Unless and until citizens of the country feel that my country is great and I am proud of my country, we cannot stop changing this map. So that is the reason I thought yoga can contribute a lot to bring people and bring peace to the whole world. I am sure over the next 2 days of deliberations on various topics pertaining to yoga, you will all discuss it and deliberate it. You're all expert in that. I am not an expert, except practicing for 20 minutes per day. I am confident that the yoga can bring peace and harmony to this country. I wish best of luck to all of you. Please take only positive thing around you. Nothing negative should affect us. We always say that he has to change, I want to change, she has to change, but except me. Right? In Kannada we say that ನನ್ನನ್ನು ನಾನು ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮೂರ್ಖನನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. Let us work together and make this country a great country and try to learn from our Indian root and also at the same time be skilled for 21st century skills, whatever is required to lead a decent, meaningful and a complete life for all of us. Thank you for the opportunity given. Thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your presence is our delight. Your precise and thought-provoking address has set a perfect platform for the deliberation of this national seminar. Especially, I thank you for taking us through the mesmerizing experience of the history of yoga, history of India. Definitely, as you believe, we also believe strongly that the yoga is one of the prominent area to contribute for the nation building in many dimensions. We hope that it can take further heights to impact this particular development. Now I request our respected Register Evaluation to present his presidential address.
ಆತ್ಮೀಯರೇ, the inaugurator and the keynote speaker, Professor KK sir, let me use here afterwards with so much of respect, and the head of the department, Professor Sharma, my beloved teacher, Professor Kalurai sir, second KK of the campus, Madam Professor Karunakar, all the senior and young friends. Indeed, I'm honored to be here. And then I don't think that I'm a replacement for the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor P.S. Yadaparitaya. I'm in fact blessed to be here and seated next to one of the finest speakers we have in Mangalore today who can mesmerize on the topic anything given to him, allotted to him, especially on the national education policy. The way he came out with giving us the journey, glimpses of the history on one hand, on the journey of the geography, and then the invariable changes that took place that became a history in India. And later, the way he connected yoga and then national education policy makes us something very absolutely mesmerizing. It's a big responsibility amongst us, particularly youngsters, to see that his words are, kept alive and then kept inside as part of the yoga, and then see that we have a beautiful India that is going to be built, wherein we get back the glory. That is what he was trying to subtly tell us. You get back the glory, and thereby we all live happy. I may not be speaking on the yoga as well because, like Sir said, I'm also not systematic practitioner of yoga, but I've seen the way yoga department has grown over the years, yeah. But I know how important the health is. Before I speak that, let me also speak few words about the way in which, the department has organized this program and invited a right kind of person. I congratulate the department and all the faculty and friends for putting up a wonderful seminar, 2-day national seminar, where also we have an international participant participating and trying to bless all of us. Something very nice about it. Number two, on making a choice of a speaker who would inaugurate the program, particularly making a choice of Professor Karunakar Kotekar. After he came to campus, with the permission of you, sir, after he came to campus, we have started practicing yoga here in a different way. Professor Karunakar Kotekar simply not only speaks making use of the gallery here, and he himself is a great practitioner of what he does. He made all of us to stand on our toe on the campus. And the way he prepares for the meetings and then comes and then also deliberates upon what he wanted to say has completely transformed the activities in the university. I don't have to praise him because he called me a mentor. Though young in age, I believe I'm a more senior than you, sir. But I consider him as a guru because it's very important in India today is to understand the job that I do, which most of us do not do, particularly an institution like this. Each one of us have to understand, why am I here? And in a very shortest duration of the term, which he serves in the university as the syndicate member of the representative of the Honorable Governor, he has completely transformed the administrative psyche of the university. What did he say? He said, look, we need an India. We need something to happen amongst the youngsters, which he has done in the very shortest period of time. And most of us now, today, go back to our file and our work, read between the lines and understand the words that he puts in, and then gets ourselves prepared for the next meeting. On behalf of the entire Mangalore University students, sir, and then the serious individuals who love institution, who love nation, who love human beings, I respect you for the wonderful vibration that you have created. And then the vibration that also you have initiated here. Not to praise you, but we have many things to learn from you. That is one for you. And then the second thing that you spoke on, what a wonderful journey it is. A man who eats computer, who sleeps computer, and then who does computer, a professor of his stature, has a greatest knowledge of the history and concern for the history, and then brings in all kinds of issues politically boiling today. You speak anything that ends up in controversy today. You speak anything, you do anything that ends up in controversy today. My young friends, rendered a wonderful prayer. The prayers have contributed to controversies here. The Agni, the Jyoti, that has contributed to the controversies here. You do anything that create controversies. I don't know whether you have watched it, my dear friends. When Professor Karunakar Kotekar spoke, he used words carefully, which provocated us, motivated us, and never allowed us to think the other way around. Therefore, no controversies. This is yoga. This is absolutely yoga. You make use of stage, podiums, lecterns to speak such words so that it never creates negativity in the minds of the people. That's exactly yoga, sir. Nange devaru daidinda yoga gottilla. Yoga madilla. It's because, let me come back to the subject now. I'm given 15 minutes, I believe 5 minutes of over, Professor Sarma sir. I come from a working class family. We have never been taught yoga. Sir said in initial stage, do this and don't do this. You may not believe, I don't know whether you people also come from any one of you. I don't think that you have that experience. We never had restrictions because there was nothing called restrictions. Put adu madi, idu madi. We never had even food to eat to say, restrict the food. Don't eat this, don't do that, because we didn't have food. And we didn't have any problem of health. I live in a place where I believe, I don't know, most of you know, whether you know the Kodagu as well, you know only Madikeri because it's romantically beautiful. But there are places where you do not have doctors here. In a place where I live, you don't have a primary health center. You don't have doctors because most of them are working class people, have a flat belly, no diseases, nothing, no Iraq shop. No Iraq shop. We have only one place where we all gather is a small temple, not even a beautiful structure as well. It's a small stone that's laid down under the banyan tree. We all go and then that's exactly the God for all of us. And most of us practice a different kind of yoga because you can't overeat also because we don't have to eat. We don't have to eat. I'm not creating a story. Therefore, a place like that never thought of yoga because there was no problem of health. Health, what beautiful health was priority. My dear friends, every next minute in Mangalore, I have seen people talking of new health centers, new yoga centers, new consultants, new, physiotherapists, all kinds of illi novu, alli novu, joint novu, illi novu. Is this something to do with urban? Is this something to do with urban? Why did not our grandparents, who were really loving mud, who were really loving the Bhumi Tai, have never had this problem? And even today, go back to villages, see how your grandparents live. Somewhere I would like to see that. Why is that today yoga is a spiritual, or it is only an alternative medicine for you, the kind of life that you live in urban cities? ಯೋಗ ಬೇಕು, ಯೋಗ ಬೇಕು, ಯೋಗ ಬೇಕು. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋದಲ್ಲ. The way you begin to say, look at the prayer that was presented here. ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದ, I respect you. The best prayer that I saw in the university for the last more than 3 decades. ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಬಹಳ ನಾನು ಗೌರವ ಕೊಡು. ಇಷ್ಟು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೇಳೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ರೆಂಡರ್ ಮಾಡೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. I have 2 things to tell and then I'll stop, my dear friends. If really yoga is closely connected to health, and if over the last 8 years we've been practicing yoga throughout the world, and every part of the world, South Korean friend is listening to all of you what you're saying. If yoga has become everywhere, I have only one thing to pray God and tell that the yoga has to always not only give health, it has to transform the mindset of the people today. Let it start from the campus. Sir, your assignment to us to think of Rashtra, to become the Rashtriya, to become absolutely integrated, secular, plural. Let this assignment be our own property now on the camps. Can yoga transform all of us? Can all of us think differently? A young friend of mine would also do a research here afterwards in the next day or next years to come, to think for a while, to suggest for a while, hypothetically, after I have started practicing yoga. Look, this is what the mentality that I have transformed into. Now I don't think about my caste. I don't simply, give damn importance to my caste, my community. If I don't remember, your history will never create controversy. Why is that they create controversy? Iವ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ಬಂತು, ಅವರ ಹೆಸರು ಬಂತು, ಇವರದ್ದು ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಬಂತು, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಬಂತು. How are you looking at the whole text that is prepared today in India? Can you just think of text and the history, beautiful history, great glory from a different perspective, so that, you become absolutely one of the greatest contributor to the national growth, the word that was used by the anchor. If yoga can transform the mindset as it does, as it keeps you fit in your body, absolutely fit in your body. If you eat more than a spoon extra, additional, your body, your mind suggests you that, look, you are eating more. What a wonderful communication that we have. What a wonderful communication that we have. If this can happen, why not this? ಈ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿರುವಷ್ಟು ಕ್ರೋಧ, ಮದ, ಮತ್ಸರ, ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿರುವಷ್ಟು ಕ್ರೋಧ, ಮದ, ಮತ್ಸರ, hatredness. If, sir, what a wonderful word our speaker has spoken. Consciousness. ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಂಥದ್ದು. ಇಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಕೊಂಡು ಬರೋದಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಭ್ರಾತೃತ್ವ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ಲೋರಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. God, visible and invisible gods, to see that yoga also transforms us the way we should think, ought to think now. ಆಗ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ದಾರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ. We need to think. There is no way, no second way, alternative way ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ. We have to now start thinking. And if you don't, what sir said, he has given us caution. What is happening? You also will be changing, like the geography that has so changed, transformed, completely transformation. It's not just change, transformation. ಹೇಗಿದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಹೇಗಾಯ್ತು ನೋಡಿ. And we will be part of the transformation. My request, therefore, this is a great thing to happen in Mangalore University. All those great people who thought of this Dharmanidhi Yoga Pitas under the department, and then later your journey to carry on with this should continue and to contribute to such a kind of life where, remember, all our small chota-mota priorities, in an university where the research has to be priority, in an university where the development has to be priority, caste has become priority. In an university where the larger agenda of the nation has to become priority, Your all tota mota aspirations have become important. You attack somebody, you pull down somebody, you destroy somebody, you don't allow somebody to grow. I see only a danger here. Therefore, let yoga, and everybody has to realize this, let yoga. And then it's very subtle words, very subtle caution to all of us. Give us that spirituality so that all of us transform. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರು ಬೇಡ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ಯಾವ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿನೂ ಬೇಡ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಟದಂತ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಟುಂಬ ಕಟ್ಟದಂತ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸಾರ ಕಟ್ಟದಂತ, ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ, ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ, ಎಂತ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತಿಕೆ ಅದು. ಆ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತಿಕೆಯನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯೋಗ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ದೇವರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ, ಶರ್ಮಾಜಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಂಗೊಂದು ಬಹಳ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಥ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ವಿ ನೆವರ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್. ಮತ್ತು ಇಡೀ ಯೋಗವನ್ನ ಶರ್ಮಾಜಿ ಒಂದು 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 ಪ್ರೀ ಕನ್ಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಐಡಿಯಾದಿಂದ ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತಾವು ಅದನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ.
Respected Register Sir, we are privileged and proud to have listened to your words. Yoga is one of the most ancient psychosomatic training known to the mankind. We strongly assure that your aspirations about the yoga will be fulfilled through our efforts in transforming. Now we have Dr. Tirumalesh. We have been listening to the eminent speakers during this inaugural ceremony. All their invaluable insights have given us a new perspective on yoga and yoga therapy that we need to adopt in our lives. I now request Dr. Tirumalesh Prasad, lecturer, Dharmanidhi Yoga Peetha, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning to all of you. This seminar is being organized in connection with the celebration of International Day of Yoga 2022. We are also arranging yoga camps at 5 places in the campus. That is morning 8 to 9 in the department, evening 4 to 5 in the lecture complex, MBA hall, in the same way cellar of the Mangal auditorium, in the same way indoor stadium. Like this, in the total 5 places, we are organizing yoga camps from 13 June to 21st. The camps will end up with the mass practice on 21st morning. So I request all of you that mass practice is at 8 a.m. in the morning. I request all of you, please utilize this opportunity and be benefited by the practice of yoga. So coming to today's function, on behalf of Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Sciences and Dharmanidhi Yoga Peetha, Mangalore University, and the sponsor, Inter-University Center for Yogic Sciences, Bengaluru, I express my gratitude to Professor Karunakariye Kotegar, Honorable Member of the Syndicate, Mangalore University, who has come over here in spite of his busy schedule, graced the occasion by his august presence and inaugurated the seminar. Thank you, sir. I express my gratitude to Professor P.L. Dharma, Registrar Evaluation, Mangalore University, who has encouraged us in organizing this seminar and also presided this inaugural function. Thank you, sir. I thank the director and officials of Inter-University Center for Yogic Sciences, Bengaluru, who have sanctioned financial assistance for organizing this seminar. I thank Honorable Vice Chancellor, Honorable Registrar, and the Finance Officer and all administrative section of the university who have supported us in organizing the seminar. I thank Professor Sripati Kalluraya, Professor Krishna Bhatt, Professor Krishna Kumar, Madam Karunakar sir, for accepting our invitation and coming here. I thank all the media friends who have given wide publicity about the program. I thank Professor Krishna Sharma, Chairman of the department, who is guiding us in organizing this seminar. I thank the staff, guest faculty, research scholars, and students of the department who have worked immensely for the seminar. I thank Dr. Dhananjaya Kumble, Department of Kannada, for his presence. Thank you, sir. On behalf of the Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Sciences and Dharmanidhi Yoga Peetha, Mangalore University, I thank each and everyone who have contributed directly or indirectly.